Welcome one and all to the Austrian Grand Prix 2023. What a qualifying we had yesterday, and as you can see, the weather unfortunately has not changed up. We are in still wet conditions. However, we know this track, we know it puts on a great show at the Red Bull Ring. We are looking forward to it. As it stands, we have 2.6 miles of track, 10 corners, 3 DRS zones, an amazing high-speed track. As you can see, turn 2, very slight corner. Turn 3 is where we're going to see a lot of our overtakes. Now the starting grid. We're going to start off with the starting grid. Full pole position, we have George Russell. Next, the rookie, Oscar Piastri. Puts on an amazing qualifying, his best qualifying of 2023. Third place, we have Verstappen. Fourth place, Norris. Keep an eye out for him. Fifth place, we have Alonso. Sixth, Hamilton. Seventh, Leclerc. Eighth, Stroll. Ninth, Perez. Again, not so good qualifying. 10th, Sainz. 11th, Gasly. 12th, Albon. 13th, his teammate Sargent. 14th, Ocon. 15th, Magnussen. 16th, Hulkenberg. Lock out that row. Ricciardo. 17th, Show. 18th, 19th for Valtteri Bottas. And Sonoda, unfortunately, without getting a single timing on the board from qualifying, ends up on the last row. And with those 2 green lights, that means the formation lap is underway. We see the cars going around warming up their tyres. They're warm intermediate tyres. Every single car is on intermediates. The smart choice, you can see there is still some spray on track, still rain coming down. Hopefully, if the weather forecast stays the same, it will dry up. It will make it interesting for the strategy. Now, keep an eye out for Lando Norris. He was on provisional pole for qualifying. Unfortunately, stats got snatched away with him with that lap time deleted, and he's in P4. He's known for keeping this track, doing well on this track. Him and this track have chemistry, they work together, and I'm sure he'll put on a show for us today. And with the start of the Austrian Grand Prix, we are away. Lando Norris, unfortunately, loses his position down in 5th, but he's up the gearbox. Max Verstappen, is he looking for a dive bomb? Yes, he is. He goes down the inside. Doesn't stop there. He goes down the inside off Fernando Alonso. Goes from 5th straight to a podium position. Now, he's up the gearbox off his teammate, Oscar Piastri. Is he going to be able to get round? Who knows? This man can put on a performance with this track. Do not keep your eyes off of him. There you go, he's right up there with Oscar Piastri. He is not budging. He wants this position, he wants to go for this win, and nothing will stop him. We're now coming to the end of lap 1. Oscar is under a lot of pressure from his teammate as they nearly collide. And Lando Norris goes through, but that leaves Piastri wide open for Fernando Alonso. And he loses position from Fernando Alonso. But he gains it back, and now they're fighting. But Lando Norris, for him, has moved up to 2nd place. Move on to lap 3. He's right in the gearbox of George Russell. These two, mates in Formula 2, rivals in Formula 2. Both brilliant, excellent drivers, and it's now coming down to who can take the win in Austria. Is it the Mercedes of George Russell or the McLaren of Lando Norris 4? Lando Norris gets a brilliant exit out of turn 3. Is this going to be the move? Is this going to be the opportunity to get the lead of the race? Is he thinking about it? He goes to the inside. Yes, he is. He goes for that dive bomb. He goes round the corner with George Russell. They are toe-to-toe. They're still toe-to-toe. Let's see that replay. What an excellent move from Lando Norris. Is he going to be able to stick it? Let's find out. Yes, he is. He pulls ahead. He gets a nice bit of distance. But now he's playing defensive. just started the fourth lap of the Grand Prix. Lando Norris still ahead of George Russell. Is George Russell looking to claim back that race lead? And yes, he is. He goes round the outside for turn 3. Gets it done. He managed to find an extra bit of grip, extra bit of traffic on those intermediate tyres. Goes round and gets a very, very nice exit. Is Lando Norris going to be able to come back from this, or is this going to start being the fall of the McLaren? Tell in the way Lando Norris is driving, he is not giving up for this race win. He knows this is an opportunity. George Russell comes that inside line, but leaves the gap for Lando Norris to go straight through. Who's going to brake later? Who's going to pull ahead into turn 1? It looks like it's Lando Norris, and it is. Lando Norris retakes the lead of the Grand Prix on lap 6.
Good work, great pass.
As you can hear his engineer telling him, great job, and it was a great job. It was a great move. He's now 6/10 clear of George Russell. Is going to be able to extend that lead whilst it is intermediate conditions. Looks like it's not going to be intermediate conditions for very much longer, because Lando Norris and George Russell are pulling into the pits. It's no longer wet. They are going for the slicks. The question is, what slicks are they going for? We have 18 laps of racing left to go. Is it the mediums? Is it the hards? And it's the hards for Lando Norris and the hards for George Russell. This is a fight till the end. No more pit stops, no more strategy, just pure racing for that win. It seems Mercedes have had a disaster with their pit stops, and now George Russell seems to be in 4th position. And Lando's closest competitor is Max Verstappen. And he's right up the gearbox. He is not playing around. Max Verstappen is going for a home race, a home Grand Prix for Red Bull Racing. Is Max going to take it from Lando Norris? And yes, he does. He does go around that inside. Lando tries to get that switch back, but it's covered off. Gets a better exit, but Max parks the car in perfect position. He's toe-to-toe. Lando Norris round the outside. Max Verstappen on the inside. Who brakes later? It looks like it's Max Verstappen. They go round the corner, touching. Who's going to be? Luckily, there's no damage just yet. They're still side by side. Who's going to brake later? Once again, it's Max Verstappen. Can Lando Norris keep his nose in? No, he cannot. Max Verstappen pulls ahead. On lap 13, Max Verstappen takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. I don't think Lando Norris is giving out without a fight. Now we are in slick conditions. DRS will be open. He will be looking to take back that lead, and he is. He's slowly closing up. Max Verstappen tries to cover it. As he goes round, Lando Norris gets pushed off the track. He gets pushed off the track, but comes back on, and he's come back in first position with that DRS. But Max Verstappen is still coming back in. Lando Norris has had a terrible run up to turn 3. Yes, he does. It's 3 wide for turn 3. This is going to be a disaster, but Lando Norris somehow pulls straight ahead. It's George Russell and Fernando Alonso that seem to get sabotaged by that move. Norris unscathed. keeps in his pursuit of Max Verstappen. And yes, he does. He thinks about going around the inside, goes back to the outside, pulls out of the move. He is everywhere, up behind Max Verstappen. It's only a matter of time before he gets that move done. And yes, he does. He tries looking down the inside once again. Does it stick this time? Does it stick? And yes, yes it does. Lando Norris retakes the race lead. He has fought so hard for this victory. And hopefully with only 11 laps of racing to go, he will get it done. He may have took the lead on lap 13, but on lap 17, Max Verstappen is coming right back at him with DRS. Unscathed, he easily goes round him. They go into turn 3. Lando Norris plays it safe, focuses on his exit. He gets out, makes sure he gets that DRS. There, he activates the DRS. He's going for that move. He activates his DRS as well. He's going around the outside for turn 4. Is it going to stick? Are they going to go toe-to-toe? Who brakes later? Looks like it's Max Verstappen once again who brakes later. They go all the way around turn 4, side by side, unscathed, no contact. They go into turn 5. Lando Norris is ahead, but Max Verstappen goes for that switchback, gets that switchback done. They're going all the way down to turn 6. Max Verstappen still ahead, still toe to toe. Lando Norris pulls right ahead. What brilliant racing, 2 brilliant drivers, no contact. Lando Norris once again defends so well for his first race win. A little wobble for Lando Norris outside turn 3. This sacrifices his exit, gives Max Verstappen that opportunity to pull right ahead and have that inside line. But there's still a little bit of grip, a little bit of traction on that outside line, giving Lando Norris an advantage to retake the lead. He has defended this so hard but so brilliantly, and Max Verstappen is not giving up to take this race victory from Lando Norris's hands. Verstappen going to go into move. Through into turn 2 they go. Up into turn 3. Does he go for a move? Yes, he does. He tries going around that outside. Lando Norris covers it fairly well. He gets a better exit off, but Max Verstappen gets the DRS. Is that going to be enough for Max Verstappen to go for a move? He's thinking about it. He's not sure which side to go. He opts for staying behind Lando Norris's gearbox. The racing between these two is absolutely brilliant, giving us non-stop action as we start. Lap 20, 5 laps to go. Once again, it comes down to that braking point, and this time, Lando Norris seems to outbrake his rival in this race, Max Verstappen. He gets a lovely exit out into turn 1, comes into turn 2, under the bollard, through to turn 3 right now. He's fighting for this win. However, Fernando Alonso, George Russell closing very, very closely behind. And Fernando Alonso has overtaken Max Verstappen. Is Fernando Alonso been waiting? Has he been waiting? Is he now on the offensive? Is he going for the race win? And does that mean Lando Norris will have it stripped away from him? I think it is. Fernando Alonso gets the DRS, goes round the outside, straight into the inside, cuts it, makes slight contact on his front wing into turn 1. However, Lando Norris is going to get DRS. Is Lando Norris going to be able to come back at Fernando Alonso? We shall see. He's opting for the inside. Goes straight back into the car. But Max Verstappen comes up the inside. Contact is made between the three of them. He gets pushed off the track once again. Comes back. Emerges P3. Stewards would be looking at that because I'm sure they will not be happy with Lando Norris going into the side of Max Verstappen purposely. They go round, almost 3 wide. Unfortunately, Lando Norris now finds himself at the bottom of the podium, position 3, with George Russell and Charles Leclerc sniffing for that final podium position. Who's going to get a better exit out of the final corner to start lap 23? Looks like it's fairly equal. Lando Norris is catching to Max Verstappen. He goes for that inside line and that. Once again, it looks like the stewards will be looking at Lando Norris for that move. Because it looks to me he might have cut the track, but for the time being, he is position 2. He is P2, looking ahead of him, looking at Fernando Alonso to retake the lead that he has held for so very long. Just come out of turn 1 for the start of lap 24. Running out of opportunities for Lando Norris to retake the lead. He thinks about going for the inside. He does. He outbrakes Fernando Alonso, gets nice and close to him for turn 3. Gets that DRS. Opts for the inside of turn 4. Gets a brilliant speed of momentum. Is he able to cut across Fernando Alonso before the braking? No, he's not. Fernando Alonso does pull up next to him for turn 4. They go all the way round turn 5, coming up to turn 6. And I do believe Lando Norris has retaken the lead on the penultimate lap, lap 24, as we are about to start the final lap. Here we are, to turn 3 for the final time. No major dive bombs, no major overtakes, but this is the final lap of the Austrian Grand Prix. What a Grand Prix is put on for a performance. Lando Norris, Fernando Alonso, George Russell, Max Verstappen even have put on a performance we will not forget. And unless there are any DNFs or Alonso can pull off any sort of moves, it looks like for the first time in his career, Lando Norris will be a Formula 1 race winner. He has been on the podium, he has been second, he has been third. He has always been on the lower positions. For the first time, he will know what it feels like to stand on the top step of that podium under his British flag. He comes for the penultimate corner, comes up to the final corner, and he has done it. Lando Norris is officially your newest Formula 1 race winner. Look at him. He knows it.
What a fantastic Grand Prix that was, and an excellent win for McLaren. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure. And no doubt, they'll be celebrating tonight.